Hey guys, it's Shamrock Rovers Fan TV. Today we're going to be starting a new series called Let's Talk About. This is a series where we're going to pick a topic to do it, the league in Shamrock Rovers, and we're going to talk about it. Now, obviously you can see by the screen, the first one is going to be Jack Byrne. Now, he was born in 1996. At the age of 13, before he joined St. Kevin's, and at the age of 13, he went across to England to play for Manchester City, one of Europe's at the moment biggest clubs, richest clubs. And it didn't work out too much. Played for a few teams in England. Last year at Oldham. And he ended up signing for Shamrock Rovers. He's playing for us for a bit of a year, and he's absolutely been brilliant. Outshining the whole league. He's been the best player in the league, doing well in Europe for us. Won the cup with us with a great penalty in that shootout. He's been terrific. He's probably been, in my opinion, the best player in the league. So the best player in the league, yeah, probably him. Close to Michael Duffy, and I like Chris Shields and Patrick McElhenney and Graham Burke. There'll be other topics, but yeah, he's one of the best in the league in my opinion, and we saw that in the final. We saw that for the whole season. Now, in my opinion, he should have won. He won the FA. He won the Player of the Year, which very rightly so. But he didn't win the Young Player of the Year. Now, I think it's because you want to give other people a chance, so they gave it to Mandrew. But if there was the young player, if you win the Player of the Year, if you're up for the Young Player of the Year, you've won it, because there'd be a younger player that's better than you, that they'd win the Player of the Year, the senior one. So I just don't get it. He deserved both. Now I know it's an opinion. We've heard a lot of Bows fans saying that Mandrew is way better than Byrne. I don't think that at all. I think that Mandrew's a very good player. Definitely a very good player. He's one of the best in the league. He's not better than Jack Byrne. Jack Byrne's been playing for Ireland and all. Jack Byrne's been brilliant. He's been absolutely brilliant for Rovers. The best player on our team, I think. And in my opinion, for any team in this whole league, he's the first person on your team sheet. He'd fit into every single team in this whole league. Even though he's better than Patrick McElhenney. He could even fit on the right side ahead of McGrath or what's his name? I can't think of him. But he'd get into that Dundalk team, he'd get into the Derry team, he'd get into the Bows team, he'd get into the Waterford, the Pats, the Sligo, and the rest, Cork, Finn Harps and UCD. He's a brilliant lad. So yeah, I think he should have won that Player of the Year award. He definitely should. Definitely. Now moving on, it's Jack Byrne playing for Ireland. Now, when this guy played for Ireland, he came on in the Bulgaria game, absolutely changed the game, getting an assist, a pre-assist. He's not even getting a hugely high number, 35, which these young players do. Number 12 there, as you can see there. He absolutely changed the game when he came on against Bulgaria. I'm very surprised that he's not in England, and he's definitely championship level. Definitely League One level. He smashed the League One. He'd tear it apart. But I think I'd say he'll get picked for the squad, the Ireland squad that we're playing against Slovenia, looks like. I'd say he'll get picked for that. Probably won't come on. I don't think he will. I think he should. I think he's not one of the best players. He's a very good player, Jack Byrne. If you saw that Gibraltar game, or the Georgia game, some of these players can't even pass the ball. Alan Brown, his passing in that game was horrific. Jack Byrne would have came on and his passing was great. Yeah, and if you look at his position for Ireland, he's in behind that striker. I think that's what Mick McCarthy wants him to do. I think Mick McCarthy's trying to get him into a bigger team. Just talk about him going away in a minute. Yeah, I think Mick McCarthy wants to get him into England. I think he can play down in behind the striker. That's why I think he's very good. Oh, I remember the Dundalk player's name, Mountney. He's getting ahead of him. Just remembered there. Yeah, he could play on that right-hand side because his crossing is so good. And drift into the middle. Because out wide, his crossing is amazing and his corners are amazing. And, yeah, those corners, the little shuffle he always does. I like that. But, yeah. So we're going to move on to who he has been linked with. Now, he's been linked with teams. First of all, Hull City tried to grab two of our players, Lee Grace and Jack Byrne, who he'd get into their team. I think he would. Get into that right hand side, or he could go through the middle even. Definitely play well for Hull City, I think. He would be up there with one of their okay players. He wouldn't be the best player at the club, definitely. But he'd be a very good player at the club, and I can actually see this happening. I'd say the transfer fee could be around 700k, 800k. If they offered anything over $1 million, I'd say Rovers would accept it. I'd say they accept something small because for a player from the League of Ireland to go over, it's great. It doesn't happen all the time. It happens for a lot of the players that are playing for the Irish national team at the moment, but hasn't been happening too much and making a huge breakthrough. And I think this could be the first one. Now he's also linked with Leeds. I think that would be tougher for him to get in, and it would be a tougher challenge. The Leeds have a very good squad, looking to try and go up, and I think Marco Bielsa could get the best out of him. I think Jack Byrne needs someone like Marco Bielsa to get him really going, because he looks so good, and if he has a world-class manager with him, I think he could be a world-class, maybe not a world-class player. A Premier League, maybe lower team, Championship, for looking for promotion. He could do something like that. I'd say Leeds will offer a bit more money, but I'd say Jack Byrne would rather go to Hull, just because maybe of the more chance he'll get in. I'd rather go to Hull, but I think it would be great to play under Bielsa. Yeah, as I said, this lad is something special, I think. Yeah, this guy, he's magic, this Jack Byrne. He's magic. Yeah, so he's done well for Rovers in Europe, and I'd say if he does go to Hull or Leeds, he'll get a few games in the Championship, especially for Hull, but for Leeds, I'd say he'll get in the FA Cup games, the early ones against the small, tiny teams. Yeah, I'd say he will. Any guys, so Jack Byrne has said a few times in the Rovers Awards night that we saw, and in his interview with Dundalk Fan TV, great interview, go and check that out. Yeah, go and check that out. Great interview, by the way. And he also did one with Mac and F. Go check them out. They're great interviews. But he said that's just speculation, and he's not on those websites, so he hasn't seen any. I don't know if that's true, Jack. I don't know if that's true, but it could be. I know a lot of players get homesick because he went over very young, 13. It's hard to go over. I know it's only across the river. Not the river. It's not that far away. About half an hour on a plane. But a lot of players get homesick and leave, which I think is a bad thing. I'd love if Jack Byrne did very well for himself. That would be brilliant. Guys, yeah. Please make sure you hit the like button. Also subscribe. Let me know in the comments, first of all, what you think about Jack Byrne and who to do a video about. It doesn't have to be Shamrock Rovers. Could be other players in the League of Ireland and clubs and all. So yeah, let me know. As I said, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.